Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to be thinning out some lube for mechanical keyboard switches. You're going to want to use thin lube when you're doing Gazzew's method that he recommends for lubing switches. So I'm going to show you quickly how it's done. What I've got here, I've got a bowl of water that I heated up in the microwave. I heated it up for 4 minutes because it's a lot of water. You're not necessarily going to need a bowl this big. I just do a lot of lube at a time. So we've got our Molykote EM-30L here. I'll add some links in the description for places where you can purchase this. And then the oil that we're using to thin it is a PAO oil, a PolyAlphaOlefin oil. This is Microlubrol MicroSyn 1000. So what you're going to want to do, I've already know what the weights are that I need, so I've already got my stuff measured out. What you're going to want to do is measure out your lube on a scale, weigh it. So say you've got 4 grams, you're going to need 10% of that weight in oil. So you'll need 0.4 grams of oil. So it's pretty simple. All you got to do here, open your plastic bag, get your lube into the bag. Which, of course, it doesn't want to come out easily. And use just any old credit card or whatever. I've got a rewards card here from a gas station, I think, that I never really use. It's just in my wallet. So let's get all this lube down in here into this bag. And just a standard Ziploc bag, nothing special. All right. So once you've got your lube in your bag, without making a huge mess, then you want to add your oil. Then you're going to want to get any excess air out of the bag that you can. As much of the air out as you can, and then you're going to want to put it in the bowl with the hot water for about 2 to 3 minutes. Where'd my pellets out? There we go. So you're going to let it sit for about 2 to 3 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set a little timer here on my phone. And talk about a couple things here. So depending on the type of lube that you're using is going to decide what type of oil you're going to want to use. If you're using a PAO, I don't know why I'm having difficulty with that today. If you're using a PAO based lube, you're going to want to use a compatible oil with that. So if you're using Tribosys or a Krytox, you're going to need a PTFE based oil. I'll add some links below for oils that you'll need if you're thinning either of those, and I'll see you guys in just a minute once this lube has warmed up. All right, and we're back. So I also scraped a little bit of lube off of there and added it to the bag. You're gonna need your straight edge, your credit card, plastic card, whatever you got, old library card, whatever you have hanging around. You're gonna want to use that here in the kneading process. All right, so I'll take it out, dry the bag off some. This isn't particularly a special table, so it's hard if I get a little water on it. But you just want to press all of the lube down to one corner together. And then you're going to want to just knead it, just like if you've ever kneaded dough for making bread or something. You just want to sit here and mix it up. Mix it up for a minute or so. You want to just make sure that oil gets incorporated well into the lube. So, you know, periodically take it and press all the lube back down to the corner. Okay, so you're going to want to repeat this process a couple times here. So we've got it starting to mix up well. We'll put it back in our water and we'll give it a couple more minutes. See you guys in just a sec. All right, and we're back. Stop Stop that timer. There's like 8 seconds left. All right, I grabbed some paper towels, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. So I'm just going to do the same process you just did again. Scrape your lube down and just knead it. Just knead the lube. We're just basically trying to incorporate that oil into the lube really well. And he recommends you go through this kneading process about 2 or 3 times. If you feel a need to do more, that's fine. At minimum, I would do 3. You could probably get away with doing it just once, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would do it at least 3 times. I always do it 3 times. So, and I imagine the average person probably won't need to won't need to thin this much lube at a time. It's just, I sell lube switches on Mech Market, so I need a lot of it. And I actually already have 2 jars of this mixed up in there. So we got our lube. I like to kind of press it flat. Let's throw it back in there one more time. Let's start our handy dandy timer back up. And I'll see you in a couple minutes. All right, and we're back. So we're gonna knead this one more time here. And you shouldn't see any standing oil at this point. You may see a little standing oil in the bag at the beginning, but it incorporates pretty easily, especially when the lube is warmed. Let's see. All that down to the bottom here. And of course, the longer you knead it, the more you're going to incorporate it. I would go for a couple minutes, but I don't want to sit here and take up everybody's time with this video. So, all right, now that you've done your kneading process 3 times, which I do recommend doing it about twice as long as I did it just then each time. So now you've got your lube. If you need it right away, throw it in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes or so it can come back to room temperature. And then you're going to want to knead it one more time after that. I'm usually not in a hurry, so I just let it come to room temperature normally. And, in a couple hours or so, I'll knead this again. And then as far as dropper bottles, I recommend getting dropper bottles with a thin tip like this. You can find them on Amazon. I'll post a link down below. I mistakenly bought tips like this one time, and they will work. They're not quite as good. You don't have the same precision, so make sure that you get the thin dropper bottles. Another thing you might want to get is one of these massive syringes. It just makes filling the bottles go a lot easier. I'm sure you could probably fill them without it, but for me, I find this to be the most effective method. What I like to do is I will squeeze the bottle as I fill it. That way it fills a little better. And it takes a couple times usually for me to do it. But you get the idea here. Just squeeze the bottle tight, get all the air out, and pump it full of lube as I slowly release the bottle. So, the best way, once you've got it here in this bag, is just kind of push it back from one corner. Gonna push it back from one corner. Use your scissors, just snip that corner off, and then you can squeeze it right out like a pastry bag. You can squeeze it back into your container and squeeze it right into the syringe if you so choose. I like to just leave them in bags, and I'll cut the little corner off, and then when I'm not using it, I'll take some tape or something and tape it closed. That way it's already ready to be squeezed into my syringe when I need to refill bottles. I guess that's about it. Also, just going to say it again, make sure you use the correct thinning oil for the type of lube you are using. If you're using a PAO oil, you definitely want to use a PAO grease. You're definitely going to want to use a PAO based oil. And I'll post down in the description some of the lubes and their compatible oils to the best of my knowledge. I'm sure there's other things that can be used, but I'm going to post probably the 3 best ones I think to use. Once again, this is the Dow Molykote EM-30L. It's what Gazzew was using as his Loob-3g for a long time, and he finally decided to open source it and let everybody know what the lube is. So that's what I've used here. That's what I use to lube the switches that I sell on Reddit, and that's what I use in my own switches. Soon I will be releasing a new updated lube tutorial. Working on trying to get a better camera so we can get some better quality video, but I do what I can, guys. Hope this helped you out. Be sure to like, subscribe. Hope to see you again soon.